Well, it's Tuesday, and you know what that means. It's another big strength of field racing night up for IndyCar action on iRacing. Welcome, everybody. Strength of field tonight, a 50-80. Hello again. I am Gary Gatso, and welcome to P1's broadcasting of Round 8, Week 8 of Season 1 of 2025 of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, coming to you from the Queen City in Charlotte at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Joining me in the booth, and we're getting the lineup already. Qualifications is done. Is Justin Petschauer, JP, and LGN. Both you guys are here. Welcome. Opening comments. Be quick. We're getting ready to go racing here soon.
Well, we're back in NASCAR country, as we like to jokingly call it. From what we've heard, it's been a bit of a chaotic week so far, but that's usually the case here. So we're probably going to see some side-by-side racing. I've heard mixed results about the setup, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, especially in dirty air. And since we're starting in the sunset, we're probably going to go into the nighttime hours, so to say. So, hope you guys enjoy the show. I know we are. What do you think, LGN?
Brazilian front road, so that's what I want to say. And I like Charlotte.
I know you like Charlotte. You got a big-time win here.
Yes, one of the big ones. With fuel saved, with 10 seconds win from the group on the back.
Well, it's and that's in the Lionheart Series and the Speedway Series. Big win for LGN here a couple years ago. So, yes, he will talk all about Charlotte. He likes this place. Let's get into tonight's starting lineup here from Charlotte. Take her away.
Starting on the pole, well, let's just say this. It's Brazilian front row, as LGN said. It's Adriano Pinheiro on the pole with a 24.080. Next to him is Bruno Romanzini with a 24.110. Starting third, it'll be PDM, Pablo Diaz-Frances. Fourth, Brian Campbell. Hopefully, we don't have another Christmas tree episode, as we jokingly call it with his connection. He will start fourth. And rounding out the top five, it'll be Trey Schnitt. Starting sixth is Andre Castro. Seventh is Tanner Richards. Eighth, good friend of the show and fellow IIS racer Kyle Quenworth, a.k.a. Quendy, starting eighth. Ninth, it'll be Adriano Paporti. Rounding out the top 10, it'll be Gonzalo Romero. And just as I said that about Brian Campbell, he's blinking. 11th, it'll be Jacob Collins. 12th, Logan Edwards. 13th, Dylan Moskowitz. 14th, Stephen Lee. 15th, Matt Taylor. 16th, Matt Hollabaugh. We were talking to him just a little bit ago, so that's where we got all the information and stuff about the setup and how iffy it is. 17th, it is Chris Wentz. 18th, with the final time on the field. As far as putting down a lap time, it'll be Antonio Estrada. 19th, it'll be Will Lyon. 20th, Connor Rockwood. Jan Hoffman, 21st. And rounding out the field, Hamilton Akabuze, starting shotgun on the field, probably trying to go from a worst to first. That is your 22 cars starting grid.
Kind of curious about Romancini burning fuel for maybe 1 minute.
Yeah, I did hear someone on the grid revving it up out there, so we'll see if they have a plan involved here. We'll get all the starting lineup in there. There we go. We got everybody. Here it is.
Pace car is off. What do you say, guys? Let's go racing from stock car country. Green flag is in the air, and already a good start there by, I believe that was Adriano Pinheiro, and it's already 2 wide between PDM and Bruno Romanzini. They're going to try and make it 3 wide as they go through turn number 2 and down the back straight.
Oh, Castro almost in the back of Campbell.
Already seeing guys spread out around here, running the high line and the low line there. You could try and thread the needle through the middle there, but at these speeds and with where some of the drivers are located around the world, yeah, you probably wouldn't want to risk it.
We've got about 2 groups forming right now. The first 9 altogether, first 10 for Porty. And then there's a bit of a second group led by Jacob Collins. Mazzini purple lap, 2:16.4.
Glenworth watches up just a
Caboeasy,
little bit.
2:18.9.
Glenworth washed up just a little bit as he was side by side with Andre Castro as they were going through turn 2. Glenworth thought better of it, and he now falls back in line behind Andre Castro. Already seeing more and more trying to find a way to essentially slip into single file formation. From what we've heard, it has been a bit of a chaotic race, as I said a little bit ago, where there are some cautions early on, but once everybody else starts threading themselves out in terms of the chaos side, then it becomes a good race. But I'm already seeing here, we got Bruno Romazzini and PDF still side by side as they go down the front stretch here, going into turn number 1. This time it's Bruno Romazzini that gets past PDF. But PDF is going to try and mount the charge again as they come off of turn number 2 and down the back stretch.
Andre Castro in that very colorful Visa car to the inside of the road crew up high.
Oh no. Pablo make a comment on Romancini. I think he did something, don't like it, and almost contact with Andre Castro and 20 on turn 4.
Ooh.
And it's close, Pablo, with Romancini.
This is a very, it doesn't look like it, but this is a very narrow racetrack.
Oh, yeah. It's not your typical mile and a half that you would probably see at like Texas or maybe even a little bit of Vegas, I will say. But still, it is narrow here, even in the stock cars.
Yeah, your traditional quad ovals, or I guess they're no longer traditional quad ovals, Texas. And then you also have Atlanta out there, but they each have been reconfigured a little bit. But very narrow here, very narrow. And it's like turn 4, coming off of turn 4 in these cars is like a funnel.
Oh, yeah, it's very narrow coming off of turn 4 here. It has almost like I kind of want to liken it to Nashville and even Darlington a little bit. 3 wide there as they go into turn number 3. Clintworth on the bottom there.
Whoa.
That was under threading the needle as he was going side by side.
He had the lift.
Yeah,
he had the lift.
Castro threaded the needle between Campbell and Clintworth there. He somehow made it through, and he is charging to the front.
Look at that, Gonzalo. Wow. Yo, I think Romancini and Pablo is not gonna finish together. Yeah.
No.
Romancini is getting close on Pablo, and again, Romancini make a comment, and Pablo make a close like a cut on front of Romancini. So yeah. It's not pretty good.
As in, looking into the statement of chat, a lot of countries out there. That is correct. We got Brazil, Spain, 1 and 2. I'm not sure where Castro is from, and then Romazzini is from Brazil. Campbell, he is the first American in line, and then up high you have Gonzalo Romero. Hang on, Campbell.
We're talking about Andre Castro. He is located in Club New York.
Okay. So he is the actually first American in line.
Romazzini trying to get by Andre Castro there. Castro sees what he's doing. And look at this right over here in the front. Pablo Diaz-Frances goes below the white line to get around Adriano Pinero.
Wow, just sends it. And the Necchi crew currently 1st and 5th. Gonzalo Romero in that 5th spot, up 5 spots from where he started. He's your next highest big gainer because a little bit further on back, we have not been paying attention. Here comes our assassin, Hamilton Akabueasy in 11th now, up 8 spots from where he started shotgun on the field.
Back up at the front, though.
Pablo with Pinheiro, okay. No, Pablo have to cool down. Really, I know he want to win the race, but he have to cool down. And Pinheiro is getting close on him, so yeah.
We are going to go 3 wide into 3. It does not work well for IndyCar here. They're going to make it happen. Castro comes out on top. He's going to stay on the high side, still side by side for the lead over PDF at the start-finish line. PDF edges him out that time for the lap.
Just going to say this right now. Look at it. If you look At this wide shot here, we got a group of cars. It's almost a pack race again.
Here's Tanner Richards entering the battle. He's up 2 spots from 5th.
It's still a hard-fought battle for the lead here between PDF and Andre Castro.
Ooh.
At the line, it's still PDF, but not by much.
I think Romero might have caught the AstroTurf where the Roval has that chicane right there in the first quad oval dog leg. I think he might have caught a little AstroTurf there. He slid a little bit.
Yeah, it's very easy to catch that AstroTurf coming off of turn 4 here. Years ago, it was nothing but grass through that whole front stretch right here. But when they put in the Roval, as you said, they changed it to AstroTurf, and it still catches you off guard, as we saw with Ricky Stenhouse when he drove Chris Buescher in 2022 in the Coca-Cola 600 when he hit a storm drain and still flipped the car. So even AstroTurf is still dangerous just as much as real grass is. Adriano Pinero now making a charge hard right behind Pablo Diaz-Frances. He tried to get by him, but that door was slammed shut on him really quick. He had to back out of it, lost a little bit of momentum. Now he goes up to the high side as there's still a handsome 3-wide battle between him and Gonzalo Romero as well as Andre Castro, but not enough to get the job done here. Adriano Pinero with the run again, gets that door slammed shut on him, and he has nowhere to go. He is going to have to stay on that low line unless something happens between Andre Castro and Gonzalo Romero.
Lewis, I've been watching Romero. He's been camping out on that high line for the last couple of laps, and it seems to be working out for him.
I think it's no working, but inside I follow on the back of him, and he's
car off into the inside of the AstroTurf. That was Antonio Estrada trying to get the camera on him. He's caught it back up, but loose off of 4.
Yeah, I think so. That we're talking about. So Gonzalo feel the same thing. I think that's the good smart strategy to go in high and try to don't burn the tires. So that's why Gonzalo changed the line.
It is PDF, Castro, Romero, Pinero, Richards, Clindy, Akabueezy, Romanzini, Trey Shadid, Campbell, your top 10. You could actually throw an entire blanket over the top 13, a second and a sixth, 1.6 seconds separate the entire top 13 right now.
Gonzalo Romero still running that high line around the corners here. He's trying to get by as quick as he can.
Pablo Diaz-Frances with the defensive move to the inside, defending against Castro.
Yeah, still a good chance there for Andre Castro to try and get by, but here comes Gonzalo Romero. Romero with the run, gets the door shut on him by Andre Castro. He will try and mount him again, but every time he tries that, you see right here, it's Andre Castro that just goes up to the high side, right about the middle of the groove there. And oh, who was that? Oh, that was Adriano Pinero. He had a run. He clipped the apron just a little bit, and as we always say, apron bad, racing surface good. You don't want to touch the apron because this is what happens right here. You will lose a little bit of momentum, and you'll have somebody try and get by you here. That is Tanner Richards that is trying to get by Adriano Pinero, but not enough.
We're watching Will Lyon back in 15th. He's up now 6 spots. He moves to 14th as he gets around Moskowitz. Another big gainer coming from the rear of the field. Akabueezy now in 7th, up 12 spots. We're lap 25 of 75 for the the iRacing IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top sprint. If you respect the stream, please do us a solid. And if you're unable to donate to the broadcast, please do the next best thing and support us by subscribing. And while you're at it, don't forget to smash like and click the help or click the notify button so you get notified of the next time we go live.
Gonzalo Romero got it loose coming off of turn 4. He almost wrecked, but he managed to save it.
It's too loose. Look at that. It's going to the wall. It's going to the wall. The wall is close. I think the tire is almost done for Gonzalo. Look at that again.
There it goes.
He hit the wall. It's move.
He's burnt his tires up.
he needs to go back, or maybe try to go in the high line. But it's easy to say or here, but inside it's kind of, look at that, it's loose. Whoa.
Yeah,
almost
he's really
connected to Hamilton.
Yeah, he's really burnt his tires off there. That is not what you want to do here, especially at these speeds. You want to try and save those tires as best you can.
The other alternative for him is change the anti-roll bar and maybe change the weight jacket for something could be work for him.
And if you're really that loose, that might be a roll bar change over a weight jacket change. But you're making laps here so quickly. It's 24-second laps. An opportunity to get to play with those bars doesn't really occur, but really once a lap right here on the backstretch.
Yeah, it seems to have calmed down for Gonzalo now that he's got essentially nobody around him. But still, you want to at least ease off the throttle, use a little bit of the brake. That way you don't burn your tires off more than you already have. Let it roll through the center of the corner. That way you can at least keep that momentum up while still trying to get towards the front.
IndyCar had a brief but tragic history in real life here at the racetrack. Originally scheduled to appear in the September 1980 IndyCar schedule. IndyCar finally did come here in 1997 for their first official race. The 80 race was canceled. It had 3 races here, 97, 98, and 99. Track record set in 98 by Tony Stewart, who still holds the track record on this configuration with a speed of 220.4. The career wins leaders here at Charlotte are held by a pair of 500 champions. Buddy Lazier won the inaugural Visionaire 500K here. And in 98, Kenny Breck won his first IndyCar race here en route to the 98 National Championship, for his first ever IndyCar win. But the third race here, unfortunately, was stopped short of halfway due to an incident where a tire fell into it was ejected from a car and went into the stands, and some fatal injuries occurred in the stands. The race was then later stricken from the record books, but Greg Ray was leading at the time of its cancellation. And the series has not returned other than doing some demo laps during the very first Roval weekend. Newgarden came in the IR18 and did some demo laps there. But that's the only time that we've seen a modern IndyCar on the oval or road course since then.
To correct you there, it wasn't the first ever Roval race weekend.
It doesn't. It doesn't matter. Oh, off the corner, and here comes Campbell to the inside.
Penalty.
Yeah, and that's going to be day done. That's unfortunate. Here we go on the high side back again, and now we got a Kabaweezy back in the picture. Oh, another loose coming off the corner in the form of Glenworth. Wow, everybody now. These tires are toast on these guys.
Yeah, we're going to definitely start seeing guys make their moves toward pit road, because those tires, like you said, they are shot now.
Yeah, I've lost track of when the first Roval weekend was here for NASCAR. All I know is an IndyCar did run here. That's all I care about. Maybe one of the days we'll return.
It was 2018 when they first ran the Roval race, and it had the death chicane over here down the backstretch, as we jokingly call it. 2019 is when they came back here and ran the new chicane.
I do believe when Newgarden ran, it was at the end of the IndyCar season was over. Newgarden was the champion, and I don't think they had the aero screens on the IR18 yet.
No, they did not. That was 2019.
Yep. Here we go. We are now approaching, which we think, the period where some of these drivers might want to start thinking about pit stops. Who's blinking first?
Taylor's coming now.
Apparently, we already got beef.
Uh-oh.
Antonio Estrada is not happy with Adriano Fraporti.
Hey, don't cross the boss. That is El Patron. And if for Porty, the mailman's going to send it on El Patron, best be better to get ready for retaliation. Right behind him is Chris Wetz.
Already seeing more guys coming into pit road there.
And a fierce battle at the front with a fiercely forward driver and the Necky driver side by side at the start-finish line. Give the lap to PDF. Caboeasy second, Romero third, Castro fourth, and Pinero fifth as the tires are now starting to go off. Shout out to Tanner Richards, though. He has very quietly worked his way up on the cusp of the top 5. He's been up there for much of the second quarter, this quarter of the race. He's creeping up on Castro. Maybe take a peek on the inside going in the 1. Nope, not close enough. He's going to follow suit. Castro's going to take him all the way up the racetrack with the dirty air. Wow. Will Lyon
was a bit of a, yeah.
Yeah, Will Lyon has cracked the top 10. He's now in 10th, up 10 spots.
Oh.
Caution on the racetrack. Where are we at? Reporting.
Oh,
Oh, no, the mailman has sent it into the wall, and he is stuck in it right now. Let's see what happens.
Guess what? Oh, no, guess what? Oh, no.
And was it Antonio, or was it Antonio?
Wait, Antonio.
El Patron had enough of his shenanigans and neck coated him into the wall off of 2.
It wasn't that called that. Well, yes, wasn't. Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you for making me sound that I know my friends out there, Antonio. I said don't cross the boss.
He for Porty definitely crossed the boss.
All right, everybody coming to pit road with maybe the exception of Matt Taylor, who's going to stay out and try to get his lap back. Number of people coming to pit road. Number of drivers did stop early.
For Porty's reaction to that was just simply, thanks, dude. Thanks.
And let's once the pace or the pit stops are over, we will bring up Matt Hollenball into the booth, who is our driver reporter out there, who is currently in 11th. So I'll bring him up in. Here he is. He's on mute right now, but Matt Hollenball currently 11th on the grid right now, up 5 spots from where he started. What are the conditions like out there, man?
It's very, very, very difficult to pass. But this dirty air back here is just buffeting the heck out of me. It's tough on tires. It's tough on drivers. It's tough on equipment. Yeah, it's a bee's nest back here.
What drastic changes are you having to make on the weight jacker and the roll bars to keep these under you, especially when those tires get hot late in the run? We see a lot of drivers getting loose off of 4.
So I had a few moments out of 4, especially like the first half of that run. Typically after that I would just drop the weight jacker by a click or 2, but honestly I'm not doing too much to the tools in the car to compensate as the tires wear out. I'm just kind of changing how I use the old right foot.
Now, I will ask you this. What was your right front tire wear? Because I've heard Romanzini say his was 69%. Nice. And Jan Hoffman said his was 60.
So I was actually just telling my, they're not teammates, but I'm in chat with Stephen Lee and Dylan Moskowitz. I am, my right front was at 66, and my right rear was at 69. Nice.
All right. Well, good luck on the restart, and we hope to see that OMF car move a little bit higher up into the standings here before we wrap this one up. Good luck.
Thank you.
I thought he said 59, Romancini, but yeah, maybe I wrong for that.
Now, Romanzini says his was 69.
Oh, okay. I hear 59. Anyways.
Jan Hoffman said his was 60%.
coming to green flag this time by lights out on the pace card. Your leader is the Necky crew, PDF and Romero. Akabuizi is now third, Pinero fourth, Castro fifth. With the exception of Castro, that's pretty much, or excuse me, Akabuizi, that has pretty much been your top five for most of this race until Akabuizi, who started shotgun on the field and has improved 16 spots, kind of got up into the top five. Going green this time by lap 45 to 46, back underway here at Charlotte.
Already, I'm seeing a little bit of a stack up there. I guess everybody didn't want to spin the tires, as it's some of the stuff that they tweaked on the tires, so to say. Not all the cars, but on some of the tire models. You still get that cold tire effect. So you definitely don't want to thunderfoot it on the restart. Because what most people don't realize is these are turbocharged cars. You thunderfoot it on a restart, especially here.
And when the turbo kicks in, yep.
Yeah, you basically loop it around instantaneously.
Logan Edwards up in the top 10. He's up 4 spots to 8 now, getting around Trace Shadid. And there is our in-race reporter, Matt Hollaball. He is up to 11th and now on the inside of Will Lyon. Battle of two power squads, IAR and All-American iRacers, side by side through 1 and 2 down the backstretch.
Already seeing a group of this group of 3 here at the front that are side by side, 2 wide, and every now and then. But still, we got a roadblock here with Gonzalo Romero and PDF that are holding up Adriano Pinero and Hamilton Akabuze with Tanner Richards and Andre Castro right behind him. And Clenworth, I believe that's Clenworth right behind there.
I think they might pull Clindy up into this. Right now, I think, LJ, you used to be a Necky driver. Is Gonzalo being a wingman right now for his teammate Pablo Diaz-Francis, kind of protecting the high side for him?
Protect to Pablo to get a point. So the guy supposed to be going in the top 5 on the championship, but
Contact, and Romero into the wall.
Well,
yeah,
Yeah.
And he stayed up on the wall, and it caused a caution to come out. He did not tow where he could have and prevented a caution, and the caution came out.
Hamilton Akabuze lost a little bit of his right front wing.
Yeah, well, again, we'll rephrase what the new term that LGN has come up with on this service here. iRacing has forgiven Akabuizi and apparently put his wing back in place. So iRacing gods have forgave here. Akabuizi has his front wing. No damage apparent, at least visible damage, on his race car.
For some odd reason, we're talking about cookies over driver voice chat. Y'all are mean. I'm trying to stay on a diet here, and y'all are throwing out stuff like that, dude. Come on.
All right, and so the field has been collected under the pace car. Matt Hollamball, our in-race reporter, now up to 10th. We won't bring him up into the booth. I don't think really the situation has changed too much on the racetrack in terms of conditions and what he's facing. But anybody could have come to pit road and try to put on a top off the tank, maybe a new set of tires. There is 3 sets of tires you can use. You start the race on 1 set. You have 2 in the pits. A lot of the drivers who stopped not too long ago at lap 44 put on that 2nd set. There is a 3rd set in there for a lot of these drivers. And seeing a number of drivers starting with Romero, Taylor, Moskowitz, Stephen Lee, Jan Hoffman, Brian Campbell, all coming to pit road, put those last set of tires on and make a mad dash at it here in the last less than 25 here to go. You hear PDF trying to burn off some fuel there.
Yeah, and I just got one heck of a jump scare looking next over to my right. because there was a banging on the window, and I look and see, and it's King Robert waving over. I guess he didn't want to be in the show tonight. He wanted to enjoy it.
If you are just joining us, we are under caution right now. This is P1's coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split coming to you from Charlotte. We've completed, we got whacked now. There's 23 laps to go out of 75 scheduled. If you're just enjoying the coverage of tonight's race and would like to monetarily support us, please find a link to our GoFundMe campaign in the stream description. We do realize times are tough, so any donation, no matter the amount, is greatly appreciated. Next week will be our third Crown Jewel event of the season as we go to Pocono. No Triple Crown winner this season. Brian Campbell got the first win at the Triple Crown track in Fontana. Robert Malechka at Indianapolis. So we will have no Triple Crown winner this season. Maybe next season. We shall see. Lights are out of the pace car halfway down the backstretch, coming to green flag here at lap with 21 to go. Bunch of cars burning off fuel right now. PDF will bring us to green, followed by a Caboese, Pinero, Castro, and Clindy. That is your top 5. Richard Shadid, Lyon, Edwards, and Hollabaugh in 10th. Your top 10. Here we go. Pablo is right up next to the pace car. He is ready to get on this thing. He slows down and waits. Oh, and they start stacking up behind, and we're going to get a wreck on the front stretch.
Good Lord.
Now Estrada's in 10th as he's on the bottom. We're going to go 3 wide through 1 and 2 for the bottom portion of the top 10. 2 teammates side by side, and we do have a car that's damaged. Will Lyon showing no front wing, and car on the wall, Roman Zini.
Scattering everywhere because Will Lyon had no front wing, like you said, and Roman Zini had nowhere to go, got shoved up in the wall. That is going to most certainly be day done for Bruno Romanzini.
Jacob Collins almost got to the back of Lyon, and I don't think he knew. And unless Will Lyon's getting the black flag or the meatball flag, he's not stopping. And now we're going 3 wide for the lead. Tanner Richards in the mega draft between all those cars goes to a purple lap at a 2:19.8.
Still side by side as they go down the backstretch here into turn 3. A little bit of a wash up there for, I believe that was for Andre Castro. Almost went up into Adriano Pinero, but they are still 3 wide momentarily here as they go into one. Almost contact between Adriano Pinero and Hamilton Akabuze. Akabuze pulls away, slides in between PDF and Andre Castro, but Castro now moves up to the high side. He has nowhere to go. He gets blocked in by Adriano Pinero.
Check us out on Thursday night as this battle is getting really spicy as Adriano Pinero, the defending champion of the Elite Racing League's Warriors for Peace IndyCar Series. Their 2025 A schedule kicks off this Thursday at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Myself and Luis Gonzalez-Nunez will be on the call as Pinero attempts to defend his title and go for 3 to join Bennett and Van de Sant as the only 3-time champions of the Elite Racing League.
Andre Castro is definitely getting desperate here. He's trying to find a way through. Glendy gets too much of a run. He almost washes up into Adriano Pinero. Pinero has to go up to the high side. Almost hits the wall as they were going through 3 and 4 there. He made it through easily. And Clenworth is now trying to slice his way through. It's not going to be enough. That dirty air is too prevalent here.
And look at Hollenbaugh. Matt, our in-race reporter, Hollowball up to now 8th, and he's in the picture between this mad hive of cars, and he's coming with Trey Shadid.
Lundy now goes to the low side of... Lundy went to the low side of Andre Castro there as they went through 1 and 2, still side by side down the backstretch. 2 wide now, 3 wide between the front top 3 here. We're going to have to see if anything happens, and it looks like it's going to be safe for now as they come off of turn number 4.
Coming to 13 to go.
13 to go, and everybody, this is the run for all the marbles, all the money, if you will, virtually, so to say. They are trying to find their way through. It is desperation time here. Back to 3 wide as they go through 3 and 4 between Andre Castro, Hamilton Akabuze, and PDF. PDF still holding the lead on the low side there. Akabuze with the run. It's going to be...
Contact! Up in the front! We're going to get 3 cars, 4 cars! And somehow Castro made it through that. Hollandball got collected. Poor Matt.
Oh no, Pablo.
Pablo in it, and this is, yeah, that's what happened. And how did the heck Castro make it through there? He got big forgiveness from iRacing. Holy cow.
PDF with a rollover, with a tumbler of a ride there.
Chris Wett sneaks by on the high side. He ran out of room, but I think he got by with a minimal damage because he was going slow. It looks like his left front wing plane is a little out of skew. He might have to come to pit road to get that fixed. But that's going to give the lead to Clindy.
Okay, if you look at the contact for Matt Hollabaugh, he got neck coded.
Yeah, he did. Watch this from Matt, and we don't want to.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is awful net code on Matt. It's just not his fault.
You could literally walk in between them.
Oh, jeez.
It's a cockroach in the floor, something like that. It's nothing over there. It's just jumping.
I'm just gonna quote Step Brothers. So much room for activities.
Okay, so let's reset the field here. But before we get into that real quick, just want to give a last recap here and station plug. But once again, if you're just joining us, this is P1's coverage of round 8 of 12 of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split coming to you from Charlotte. Where now the game has changed. Clindy is now your leader with 10 laps to go. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel so you'll miss out on the next race. And also don't forget your commentary team by sending a donation via our GoFundMe link. It is in the description. We certainly would appreciate it. Now, we got into the session so late, but I haven't brought up the points yet. Let me bring up the points. Clinworth is your points leader coming into this week. It's him over Pizarro and his teammate Ty Quilla. Malechka now down the 4th, Richards 5th, Jacob Collins 6th, Pinero 7th, Matt Taylor 8th, PDF 9th, Trey Shadid 10th. Just about everybody in the top 10 in points is in today's race for the most part. Not everybody, but for the most part. But Clindy, your points leader coming into this week, is now inherited the lead of this race with just now under 10 laps to go. We're probably going to go green with 8 to go.
I'm going to say this weird incident with Pablo and Hamilton.
By the way, hello.
Oh, hi.
And the man got robbed by awful net code. First of all, how you feeling?
The Infield Care Center. I'm alive. I'm out of the Infield Care Center. Yeah. I just figured I'd let you know I'm here.
And yeah, his car has made it to pit road. He's going to finish in 19th spot. You thought you were clear, huh?
Yeah, I thought I was, but I also know I had Tanner Richards on my inside, and I was trying to not come down too hard on him, and I think I did. Like as you said, there was a bit of net code there, bounced off of him, and then just kind of got hip jacked into it, and that's all she wrote. It happens with this kind of race, and I'm not too terribly upset. I was, battling for a top 5, so.
Yeah, you got a good restart there. Yeah, got a great restart. Well, it's going to be Clindy, Pinero, Richards, Trace, and then Logan Edwards, your top 5, bringing us to green. Matt Taylor has worked his way up to 6th. Collins 7th, Moskowitz 8th, Lee in 9th, Estrada in 10th. And a name we haven't shouted out yet either tonight, Connor Rockwood up into 11th. He's up 10 spots, coming to the green flag for the final 8 laps tonight. Underway, here we go. Clindy is your leader going to 1.
Wendy with a good restart there, but almost everybody else behind him had to basically stack up as they were trying to get back to power there. But now that they're essentially back up to full speed, this is where the chaos begins. Or should I say, this is where the fun begins. To quote Star Wars.
Will Lyon with a new front nose. He's going to go 3 wide, now 2 wide into the corner. Underneath Jan Hoffman. Back up front. Pinero has caught Clindy. And this is going to be a matchup you're going to see a lot on Thursday nights when the Elite Racing League season kicks off here this week. Clindy and Pinero. Certainly on the ovals. Side by side, here we come to the line, and it looks like it's going to be an edge to Clindy. So if we can continue this trek of just side by side all the way through the end of this race, unless somehow Pinero can mount a charge on the outside, Clindy's going to just keep nipping him at the line.
So I have to say, I know he's all the way in back in P5 right now, and he might not be able to overcome the track position, but keep an eye on Matt Taylor. He looks like he's picking good lines. He's catching up, guys.
And he's on a roll. He won last week's race at Richmond. So he's looking to go 2 in a row on the top split broadcast. And yeah, right, he's in the battle. They are there. Oh, Tanner Richards going to go look low. And I think Clindy was too occupied with Pinero and Richards to the front.
Richards caught Glenworth and everybody else off guard. Clindy didn't know what to do there, but Richards with the send of the race, but they're still side by side.
Oh, wow! Brazilian clear on the Brazilian. Here comes Clindy giving not much room to the inside, letting Tanner Richards know he's there. Coming to 3 to go.
Yeah, if Matt Taylor can find a hole, though, I think that he's
there.
Got the car, he's got the talent to do it.
Yeah, he is definitely there. He is on a roll right now. And right now, the bottom just opened up for Matt. If he just gets there and stays there, he's a player all of a sudden.
Oh,
if he can get there. Here we go. 3 wide at the line, 2 to go. Going into 1 and 2, 3 wide between our 3 leaders. Richards, Clindy, Pinero down the backstretch, a lap and a half to go. Also kind of getting into the picture, the boss man, Antonio Estrada El Patron. He's now up to 6.
I would not be surprised to see 4 wide here, guys.
White flag in the air one more time, and there goes Matt. Like we said, on the bottom, he tried to follow suit, but he might have grabbed too much of the apron. Final lap this time by on the bottom. Richards with the lead. Clindy up top, trying to pinch. But I think Richards is going to have the run off the corner. Here comes Clindy with the last dash on the inside, but he's not going to get it. And he might actually have lost second to Pinero. Let's see. No, it's Richards, Clindy, and Pinero, your top 3, and Matt Taylor comes home 4th.
Man, what a race.
Woo.
I think Clindy didn't expect to come in like that. So he's just, well, if I Clindy, I get him kind of mad for the situation. Because I just focus for one guy on my right, but yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this: nothing against Tanner, and I hope we get a chance to talk with him. I don't know if he's in our Discord or not. But if I'm watching, if I'm in a 3-way battle between another driver and Adriano Pinero, I think everybody here is in agreement that Pinero's more than likely the one I'm watching, just because of reputation.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You always focus on the guy, the more strong, and then this coming Tanner, without nothing, boom, make the move. Really good move, actually. A good move.
What I can't believe is how he was able to make it stick on the bottom. Like, having run this race earlier, there's not much grip down there. Like, yeah, it's a shorter way around, and yeah, the car doesn't like it down there. The setup this week is not conducive to keeping it down there lap after lap after lap, especially with that extra speed you're carrying from having the draft on entry.
All right, we'll get the we will get the final standings in here. Tanner Richards, his first win here on the top split. And it's just a matter of time for this guy. He has been up there since he started appearing here in the top split broadcast. He's been putting in good qualification efforts, been putting in good race efforts, and now it paid off with a win for Tanner Richards. He gets the win, big win here at Charlotte. Clindy second. We will talk to Clindy momentarily. Pinero, if he sends a message to LGN, we will read it on the air. Matt Taylor fourth, Trey Shadid fifth. Estrada gets up to sixth. He's had an adventuresome day. Logan Edwards seventh. Will Lyon, adventuresome day. He comes home eighth. Jacob Collins in ninth. He was in the top 10 all day virtually. Dylan Moskowitz, a good run for him. Dylan, he managed to come up 3 spots and finish 10th. The biggest gainer out of all these positions here today was Estrada up 12th. And Will Lyon up 12. But that's your top 10 right there. Rockwood, shout out to him. He is at 11th. Wetz, 12th. Stephen Lee, 13th. Jan Hoffman, 14th. Campbell, not the race he really wanted. He's in 15th. Romero with contact in the turn 3 and 4 wall, comes home 16th. Castro involved in that front stretch fracas that collected a number of drivers. 17th, PDF 18th, Matt 19th. Got a top 20 out of it. You finished higher than Hamilton.
Honestly, I don't know how I gained a spot, because like last we checked, after I got in the booth, I was 19th, and I haven't gotten back on the track. So I wonder who was naughty and got a penalty.
Roman Ziti 21st, and Proporti, the mailman, in 22nd. All right, do we have, and I do see Tanner in chat. That is awesome. We will get a chance to talk to him for the very first time. If we get something from Pinero, we will read it on the air. But there is his stat line for the day. And we will bring up Clindy here now momentarily.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and head out. Thanks for having me, as always. Keep up the good work on the broadcast, and thanks for having me again. And thanks to Open Medicine Foundation and everyone, and yeah, bye.
Matt, thanks for being a good sport, and sorry on the finish. Wish it could have been better for you, but we'll catch you at the next one.
Yeah, I wish I could be one of these podium interviews, but it'll happen again eventually.
One of these days, I trust you will. Former ERL champion, yeah, you'll be up here. We'll check you later. And let's bring up Clindy. Here he is. Clindy, I guess the thing that we were talking about is you're in a 3-way battle there. And the one that I think we all agreed is we're going to be watching the man, right? The man is Pinero. Everything. He's got fixed series championships. He's a 2-time defending Elite Racing League champion. You weren't expecting Tanner Richards, but all of a sudden he goes to the bottom. You left a little bit open, and he takes the lead. And that really was the pass that sealed it. I don't want to say you got caught sleeping, but sometimes you can really, you're at the speeds we're traveling, 220 plus. You're focusing on the biggest fish at the time, and the biggest fish was Pinero around you, and Tanner snuck by.
Yeah, I definitely had my eyes in the mirror watching Adriano, and when I saw he went all the way to the wall, I'm like, okay, I can kind of cheat up a little here and get a better entry so he can't build a run or pinch me very well through the corner. And by the time Tanner had the run, I was too far towards the middle of the track to feel comfortable making a move to stop him. I felt like if I threw the block, it would have been too late by the time I realized he was there. And I put myself in jeopardy, and I put my competitive spirit in jeopardy when I make those decisions. And so I decided just to hold the wheel straight and figured, if I could beat him to the line, I'll beat him to the line. I tried it a couple times, a couple laps before, and I knew that the two approaches I had weren't quite right. So I tried something different on the last lap, and it wasn't as good. So, I'm really happy to come home second. I was probably a fifth place car today, but, I survived, and that's what matters. And Tanner and I had fought all race long from fifth, sixth, seventh. So, like, I am very, very honored to be passed by him. He races cleanly and with respect, and he is one bad, fast dude. So to see him win here Tuesday night means a lot to me because, like, he's a newer driver on the scene. I think he's been here, I don't know, maybe a year or so. Once I was Tanner Richards, and I've won on the broadcast, and now he has too. And I'm very happy for him, and he's going to be really happy to talk to you guys.
Shout outs, friends, family, sponsors. I still believe you are the points leader in the championship. So all things considered, that's a good thing.
Close, Gary. I'm the points leader in ISRA. I'm not even close in fixed.
Well, the points that I pulled says you're the points leader, but I
Merry
pulled
Christmas to me. Hey. Awesome.
When I saw you as a points leader, I was like, that seems odd, but I'm like, I waited for everything to refresh, and so it showed you as a points leader. We'll see that these points, sometimes they update timely, sometimes they don't, so we'll see. But the points,
and sometimes after service they get a little funky.
Yeah, the points sheet that I had coming into this thing had you as the leader, but anyways,
hey, I'll take it.
Yeah, I guess you take it for the time being. Yeah, shout out friends, family, sponsors.
Absolutely. First and foremost, the Votive Racing League. We're going to be starting up here Sundays in February on Daytona 500 Sunday. So once the Daytona 500 wraps up, or even while it's on, click us on too, side by side. Gary will be on that call Sunday nights, or maybe Mark will. I'm not sure, but it'll be on the P1 channel right here. So don't turn that dial. Subscribe to the P1 channel. Hit that bell icon under the subscribe button so you get updates and notifications whenever we go live or whenever I post a track guide.
Yeah.
And thank you to my two biggest fans, my mom, Paula. She checks in at every single race. Big ups to my cousin Craig, who runs Segerman Farms in Minonk, Illinois. He's on the side of my car. If you need any agribusiness or Whiffles hybrids, get in touch with me. I'll get you in touch with Craig. He also delivers trucks from a manufacturer in Streeter or Minonk, but he just delivered a septic truck out to Pennsylvania last week. He drove it from Illinois there. Brand new big rig. Really, really cool thing he does.
Road trips. All right.
Jack of all trades there. But yeah, you got a very excited race winner waiting for you. Also, but before I go, sorry, I cannot forget my team again. They helped me a lot today, and they helped me keep my head on straight. And when Ryan about crashed, I realized I forgot to change my tools, and I cut through the turf a couple times. So hopefully I kept it exciting for everybody up here in the booth. And then shout out to my lovely wife. She's downstairs, and she's booking concert tickets for us.
So, wow.
I'll be at a music venue in Baltimore sometime soon.
All right.
But yeah, I'll get out of your hair.
No problem.
Go ahead and bring Tanner up here. He'll have a ball.
All right, Clindy. Thanks a lot. We'll catch you at the next one.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's bring up Tanner Richards. I can grab him here. Here he is. Tanner up in the booth with us. Big win here at Charlotte on the Tuesday night top split. You saw a tiny hole open there underneath Clindy as he was a little occupied battling Pinero. And you capitalized, got the position, and then made the pass, got the position, and then got the win, driving away as a result. Congratulations, sir. Talk about your race and how excited you are to get this big win here. We've noticed you on the broadcast. We've seen you start moving up and putting these good qualifications in. We just knew it was a matter of time before the dub came your way.
Man, thank you. I am super excited. And, Glenworth left that hole. And I had to go for it. Like, I wasn't going to lift at that point. You don't get a lot of chances like that, really. So I had to go for it. But yeah, everybody raced me clean, and it was a good race. Honestly, I haven't been doing the top split for long, and I have a lot of respect for like Kyle and Adriano and like Robert and all those guys, Hamilton. And it's really cool to do this. I feel really excited.
We'll talk about your background since you're kind of new to the top split. What brought you into IndyCar, and what do you like most about this car versus other cars on the service? We're biased. We believe this is the best car in the service, but you tell us.
Well, I think it's the most fun car on the service. Honestly, I've been I don't race a lot, and I kind of because of my job, I can only race like occasionally. But I've been racing the IndyCar for a long time. So I'm not really new, but I don't show up a lot, I guess.
Well, I think you're going to be showing up. You've been showing up a lot more, and I expect you'll be showing up a lot more going forward with the big win here today at Charlotte. Typically, when we get you up in the booth after a big win, we give you the microphone to shout out any friends, family, sponsors. You got a mostly white race car out there, so maybe somebody would like to throw their name on the side of that. But shout out whoever you like for the big win here at Charlotte.
Well, I'll shout out to my wife for tolerating me doing this. And besides that, honestly, if anybody's looking to put their name on my car or anything like that, I'd definitely be open to that. So, let me know. I'm on Discord.
Yeah, he's a smart man. He thanks the first real boss. The boss is always the wife.
True, yeah.
Well, congratulations on the big win. It's good to have you here, and we will catch you at the next race when we do this all again next week at the third crown jewel when we go to Pocono.
All right, thank you very much. Have a great night, everybody.
Wow, guys, what a race here at Charlotte. We kind of weren't expecting a pack race, but a pack race is really what we got, JP.
Yeah, it's kind of what I thought was going to happen, especially with this car here. It's I really don't know what else to say except that was one heck of a damn good race.
A lot of action up at the front. And LGN, I think, has... Yeah, we do. He just sent me a message here from Adriano. So we'll get Adriano here on the screen and get his comments real quick. Let me change the graphics here and show you his stat line. Hello, friends. I want to congratulate Tenor on the win and Kyle for the second. He says, well, I had a good qualifying time and started P1. It was my first race, so I really didn't know how the race would be. And when he says first race, probably the first race of the week here at Charlotte. I didn't know how to handle the advantage of being P1 very well. I think Pablo put half the car on the line to overtake me. I don't think I left enough space for a full car there, but I decided to position myself on the outside to avoid any accidents. I definitely suffered from the traffic. I was very lucky not to be involved in any accidents. I think it was a good result at the end. Good night to all, Adriano Pinero. That's pretty much a standard comment from him. The guy, Adriano pretty well, Lewis. He does a good job at bringing the car home and not putting his car into very many risky circumstances.
I always talking about Pinheiro. It's one of the cleanest Brazilian we see in IndyCar and fixed and open. Maybe some of them around in the second split or maybe third split, but he's the top one. When I fighted for the championship with Henry Bennett, he came on the follow season and he was a clean guy. So it's pretty good to have some guy over here. I really didn't expect to have that result. So about the race today, really nice move on Tanner, really nice. I said about the Clendy could have maybe upset about that, but I said upset because he didn't pay attention about the third guy, and the third guy did a good move over there. So really good for him, and very good race we have today. Doesn't spicy like we saw, didn't spicy like we saw yesterday, and especially in the Open and also the ESRA. And so it's a good approach for Pinheiro because this Thursday we started the F5 Challenge 300 from Kentucky Speedway in the Watersport Peace IndyCar Series.
That's Thursday night. We'll see more of Pinheiro and some of these other same drivers there. Clendy as well. 7:45 p.m. over on the Elite Racing Network channel. Just search it out on YouTube and you will find a bright green logo. You can't miss it. So that's it for tonight. Once again, your podium from Charlotte. Tanner Richards, big win here on the top split. Breaks through. We knew it would be just a matter of time. Big dub for him. Kyle Clintworth is second and Pinheiro is third. Join us again next week for round 9, week 9 of season 1 of 2025. The IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split as the teams and drivers head to Pocono Raceway for the third and final crown jewel of the season. Brian Campbell won at Fontana. Robert Molechka won at Indianapolis. Who will win at Pocono? Coverage begins at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, that's 7:15 p.m. Eastern. As always, for the correct broadcast time in your area, you can find everything right here on YouTube at youtube.com/@ P1 Broadcasting. Hey, we love bringing these races to you, but not easy and require time and money to produce. Because of your generosity and donations, we've been able to bring you IndyCar Oval action nearly sponsor-free. If you share our passion for the sport of IndyCar, and we know you do, and if you enjoyed our coverage of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split, please take time to visit our GoFundMe page. The link is in the description, and donate to our 2025 broadcast fund. We do realize times are tough, so any contribution we greatly appreciate it, and we thank you for watching and making us a part of your Tuesday evenings each and every week. Now, as you know, the YouTube algorithm game is not easy, so please help support P1 with the weekly grind. Leave a comment below. Let us know you thought of tonight's race. And if you enjoyed tonight's coverage, support us by smashing like in the video. If you're new, click subscribe, and while you're at it, hit the bell for weekly reminders so don't miss out on more of P1's other iRacing programming, including tomorrow night. Myself, Ryan Eric King, will call the action for round 3 of the inaugural season of the Horizon IndyCar Series as they head to Gateway. Stream start time will be approximately 8 p.m. Eastern. You won't want to miss it. They'll be all right here on P1. Track cams for this race are provided by Whiplash Sim Cams. Get the most out of your iRacing experience with Whiplash. To learn more about Whiplash Sim Cams, like them on Facebook, follow them on X and Instagram. Links are in the description. For business inquiries and learn more about P1 and what we do, like us on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram. You can follow all of our socials on Linktree. Check them out in the description. So, for Justin Petschauer, Luis Gonzalez Nunez, everyone here at P1, I want to thank Matt Hollenball for coming up into the booth with us as well. And it's Matt Hollenball. No win in that one, but hopefully some days we'll get some dubs for him. No wins, but some dubs here soon for Hollenball. But we want to thank him as well. I am Gary Gatto saying, good night, and thanks for watching. And to all of our men and women serving in the military and as first responders, Godspeed, God bless, and come home safe. Catch us again right here next week in Pocono for the next race of the IndyCar Oval Series Tuesday night top split. Good night, everybody.